Hi, hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Veronica and I'm a big lover of makeup. So if you want to see more reviews, looks and more fun videos, don't forget to subscribe. In today's video, we are gonna film the favorites for 2021 and I'm so excited for this video. So if you want to see that, please keep on watching. So first of all, if you're curious about this makeup, I didn't film it, but I will list down below the products that I have on my face. Quick mention about the tree in the background. I didn't put the lights on because they are cold light and I don't like it, so I will buy maybe warm light, but for now they are like this. So let's start with makeup and we are gonna go into other categories at the end. Order of application: primer. For primer, I want to mention two products. The first one is the Sephora SPF 50 and this one is the Blur Sun Secure. I am in love with this product. First of all, it's very blurring and very smooth on the skin, and it fills out the pores, so let's say like that. And every foundation that I have looks amazing on top of this one. It's great. So if you want a blurring primer and a bit of a mattifying one, this is perfect. And this is an SPF, so it's a 2-in-1. I love it. It's perfect. So this is for someone that has more oily skin or normal like me, and it's an amazing product. The other primer is the Rare Beauty Illuminating Primer, and I have this in a mini, but at some point I will buy the full size maybe, because this is great. This gives the skin a very healthy glow, and again, all my foundations look very beautifully on top of this one. And if you have dry skin or again like me, normal skin, you are gonna love this. I really do, and yeah, I think it's a great primer. In the same idea, I want to mention mattifying foundation and a more glowy foundation. For my matte option, I will choose the Stay Naked by Urban Decay as my favorite foundation. This is a medium coverage. I'm wearing the shade 20NN and this is a great shade match for me. But you can build it up and it's very natural on the skin, not heavy, and it stays all day on the skin. So this is the perfect matte option in my humble opinion. My glowy foundation of choice is the Nyx Born To Glow. This was in my project pan and as you can see I finished it up. It was my last update and I have a backup and I'm in the shade Vanilla. This is great. Very skin-like. Again, I have normal skin, so I could wear both of these, but if you have dry skin, I think this will be a dream. This is just melting into the skin very gracefully, and it's amazing for day-to-day wear, so I want to choose this one for my favorite glowing foundation. For concealer, I will do the same and choose two. These are the Too Faced Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer, and I have the shade Snow and the shade Butterscotch. This was again in my project pan. It's a huge amount of product in here, and then I bought the Butterscotch shade just to mix in with other concealers. This is perfect. It's very creamy, but still full coverage. I could set it with a bit of powder and it's very long lasting. It's just great. I mentioned it last year as well and I still love it. And then for a more glowy concealer, this one, the Nyx Born To Glow, it's perfect. This is a medium coverage, but if you have some wrinkles under the eyes or you are a bit older and again have some wrinkles, this is perfect. It will just melt into the skin and be very creamy and very hydrating, so this will look gorgeous. The next category is powders, which is not a very interesting category to me, but I have some to mention. I have in my project pan the Fenty one, the Pro Filt'r, and I have this shade Butter. And the other one that I have and I love is the Sugar Cookie one from Huda. The Sugar Cookie is the shade. And I loved the Too Faced as well. I think these are great to bake under the eyes or just to apply a bit more if you have very oily skin. But right now I discovered that I could make this powder work. This is the Nyx Hd Finishing Powder and I use it with this brush. This brush is a Achilles. Number 3 is for highlighter, but it's just perfect in here under the eyes. I really like this. I can use a bit under the eyes and on the T-zone, and I think it's great if you like pressed powder more. And for a glowy option, the NYX High Glass Powder, I have the shade Light. I know this is discontinued, but if you can find it, I think it's a great glowy powder. I have a pen in it, if you can see. I really like it. This one I don't think it's necessary for my routine, but I want to mention it because I think it's great if you can get your hands on it. Let's move into Cheecks products, and I'm very proud of myself. I just choose one product for each category. So for bronzer, I needed to pick this one. It's the ABH Cream Bronzer in the shade Golden Tan. I am more into creams right now, and if we are talking creams, I want to mention the brush. This is the beige number 5 from the Zodiac collection. I use always this brush for cream bronzer and for cream blush. Perfect. And this bronzer is very easy to apply. You can't mess this bronzer up. You can apply it under powder, on top of powder, with the sponge, with the brush, and it looks just perfect, and it doesn't pick up my foundation. I love it. It's my favorite. For blush, I'm gonna choose the Cheeks Out Cream Blush from Fenty. Is the shade Petal Poppin. Similar to the bronzer, you can't mess this up. You can apply it over powder, under powder, with brush. I think you can apply it with your hands if you want, with sponge, everything. It's very easy to apply. And because of the color, your skin looks like you've been out in the winter and it's cold and your cheeks are just flashing pink. It's the same effect, but with blush, so you are not freezing, but it's beautiful. I love it. Then for highlighter was interesting. I just sat down and swatched all my highlighters to figure out which one is my favorite, because I couldn't choose just one at the first glance over them, but after swatching them and thinking a bit, I need to mention this one. It's the Wet n Wild and it's the shade Blossom Glow. I love it. It's drugstore, first of all, so the price is right, and you can build this up to be blinding, or you can apply just a bit for a more toned down look. It's perfection. And the shade is very beautiful on my skin. It's like a pink icy highlighter, and I love it. After I apply everything on my face, I usually use some setting spray if I know that I will wear the makeup for a long time. And the favorite is the Urban Decay Allnighter. I really can see a difference when using this one. The makeup, it stays just longer, and this helps a lot to melt the powders into the skin, and it's great. So yeah, this is my favorite setting spray. For brows, I will be quick. I used all year these 3 products, so I want to mention them. I usually fill in my brows with the NYX pencil. This is the shade Taupe. This is in the project pen, and I have a backup as well. Just fill in the gaps. Very great color for my brows. Then I use the NYX the brow glue, and this gives my brows just some fluff and some texture, which I love. And then as a last step, I use the Benefit 24-hour brow setter just to set everything into place. My hairs are up and staying that way for a long time. I love these 3 products. I think I will continue to use them in the next year as well. I did forget to mention the sponges that I like. Now I love the Moop sponges. These are a set, and I just keep them in the bag that they come with. These are great. I love them. I want to mention the sponges as well. Let's move into the eye area. The eye bases that I love are these 2. This is the Plouise base, is the shade 0.5, and the Natasha Denona eyeshadow base is the shade 1 light beige. This one I picked up from the decluttering bag because this is old, but I want to mention it because it's great. Love them both. Very smooth on the eyelids, and they are a bit sticky, so the pigments are very poppy, and the eyeshadow stay in place very well on top of them. Great eyeshadow bases, so yeah. For liner, NYX Epic Ink Liner. I'm not doing very often wings, but when I do, is this one. I love it. It's great. Then for pencils, I will mention these 3 because they are different colors, and I love the formula on these. The first one is the LA Girl Shockwave and is the shade Fresh. Perfect pencil, love it. Then I like the BH Cosmetics pencil, is the shade Royal Blue. Great color and great lasting power. And the last one is the Too Faced Killer Liner, is the shade Killer Caramel. Beautiful. All of these are very pigmented. I love wearing them on the waterline, and they are staying there really well, really pigmented, really great. Love these. Okay, favorite mascaras. So I have 3 to mention. First one, let's mention it fast, is the Essence Lash Princess. I love the purple tube, and this one is the Sculpted Volume Mascara. Love it, you know, I mention it every time that I can. This year I discovered these 2 mascaras. This one is the Maybelline Sky High Mascara, and this is more of a lengthening mascara. And the recent favorite is the Rare Beauty Volumizing Mascara. I don't know if I'm biased because I'm using this one right now and the other 2 are backups, but I think this one is my real favorite. I love both of these, and they are drugstore, so they are a bit more affordable. But this one is something weird with this one. This one is too good. It's really volumizing, but it looks, I don't know, it makes my lashes look like falsies. I don't want to say that because I'm wearing falsies right now, but I feel like I can wear only this mascara with a dramatic eye, and I'm just, okay, that's enough. I really didn't think that I'm gonna love high-end mascara, but this one is too good. So we just mentioned lashes, so let's talk about them. So if you're a beginner, I really recommend Arte Lashes or Puppio lashes. I'm wearing these ones right now, are the style Butterfly, and they are long, but they are very easy to apply. They both have clear bands, so if you have just a bit of gap between your lash line and the bands from the lashes, it's not that visible. And Ardell has some accent lashes, but in my opinion, you can buy a full lash and just cut it a bit, and they are a bit better because I like this style, but they are a bit too straight. They are not curved. So in that aspect, I don't love these ones, but Ardell in general, I think has great lashes. If you are a more intermediate, let's say, I will recommend the Stursu by Suzanne Jackson lashes. These styles are so beautiful. They are a bit more dramatic, so that's the reason I'm recommending it for intermediate. But if you are great at applying lashes, which I'm not, but I still have these and I still think they are beautiful, I recommend Lunar Beauty lashes. So if you are an advanced lash wearer, these are perfect, but they have a black band, so that's a bit harder to apply. So if you are a beginner, I don't think these ones are perfect for you, but if you are using lashes very often, these are amazing quality. We are into lips category. Pencils first. I discovered these pencils this year. These are the Nabla Close Up Lip Shaper, and I have the shade Nude number 3. This is, first of all, I'm wearing it, perfect. Perfect color, perfect longevity, and they are creamy and not smudgy or something like that. Beautiful pencils. And they are more mid-range, so not very expensive. Really love them. For a drugstore pencil, I really like NYX Lip Pencils. I have in here the ones that are newer, not the ones from my project pen. And this is Whipped Caviar. I really bought this shade, and this one is the Nude Truffle. These are the suede formula, and these are the normal formula. Love both of them. These are a bit more stiff, but not hard on the lips or something like that. Just a bit more precise, if you like that. These are great. Love them. For bullet lipsticks, I could mention again, like last year, the MAC ones, which I think are great, but I don't want to because I discovered this Essence semi-matte formula and the shade 3. I'm using it right now on the lips. This packaging is very beautiful, very sleek and simple. It clicks when you close it, which I love, and with this gold detail, it's just a beautiful lipstick and it's very affordable, very beautiful on the lips as well, so I really love this one. For liquid lipstick, my favorite formula is the Dose of Colors one. This is a formula that is drying out completely, but it's still a very comfortable formula. I have the shade Lazy Daisy and Old Flame. These are perfect. I like the frosty packaging and I like the applicator as well. It's just a doe foot, but I really like the shape. And these are great. Very beautiful colors, very long lasting, very comfortable on the lips. Really recommend them. For a glossy option, I have 3 because I really like them for different purposes. So first one is the Sigma Renewal Lip Oil. I discovered this one this year in the shade Tint, and this is a great day-to-day wear. I could just apply this on the lips and it's very beautiful but very hydrating, very juicy, love it. For day-to-day, I think after I finish my lip balms, this will be it next and I will love to use it every day. And for the days that I want just the shine, I will recommend the Essence Shine Shine Shine. I have the clear one. This is beautiful. You can have just any lipstick and put this on top. It is very shiny. But for an even dramatic lip, I will recommend the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bombs. This is the shade Diamond Milk. So for a more day-to-day shine, I will have as my favorite the Essence one. But for the nights out, or I don't know, when you feel a bit more dramatic, the Fenty one is my choice. And we are into the last category, which is my favorite, eyeshadow palettes. So I could mention a lot more than these, and this will be a lot of palettes anyway, but I've been loving them. And yeah, Natasha Denona is just becoming one of my favorite brands. I mean, it already is. She's doing these amazing color stories and the formula is perfection. I have the Metropolis palette. I did a video rearranging it. Perfect quality. And then recently I bought these two. I have the Coral palette and the Mini Love. And the one that I think is the most used is the Mini Retro. I actually have these two mattes in my crease and a bit of these on top of the gold, which I will talk about in a second. These mini ones are perfect if you want just a great quality palette, which is still on a more affordable side because these are around $25. These are great quality. And for the other two, I love that I can pop out the shades from here and just create other color stories. I think that is amazing and I love the creativity. I love Natasha Denona, love the formulas, love everything. Then the other palette that I have on my eyes today is the Dark Edit, and this one is from Viseart. It's funny that I did a ranking all of my eyeshadows palettes. Of course, I didn't have some of these when I did that, but I ranked this one pretty low. But after 1 month or 2 of using it even more, this is great quality. I mean, in the ranking video I did say that this is great quality, but I love it even more right now. I have a bit of this olive blend into the crease, this green and this gold onto the lid and inner corner in here. Great formula, and I just love what these brands are doing. Viseart is creating some beautiful color stories, and I love that these pens are smaller and you can pop this out as well. I think this is very versatile and it's just great. Then another brand that is very exciting to me is BH Cosmetics, and I have the palette Do Not Disturb and the Lost in Los Angeles. These color stories are very, very beautiful and very inspiring, and the quality of the shadows are so good, and these are more affordable. So if you want to add just a bit of color into your collection, you can buy these and they are not so expensive. These brands are just making me want to try even more from them, and I just appreciate what they release. Even though I'm not buying everything, I could just appreciate from a distance, and they are great. And the last palette that I want to add to this list of favorites is the Kaleidos and Angelica Nyquist palette. This is the Club Nebula. I know that this one is discontinued, but I have it and I love it. And I just want to appreciate this release. So I know that you can't buy this one, but if you have it, just pick it up and use it because it's gorgeous. Okay, so this was 40 minutes of me talking about makeup, which I adore. So I want to mention it as the favorite makeup in general. Love it this year. I love it even more with filming videos and with the project pen as well. I just find ways to use products and to admire them, so I want to mention that. But let's move into other categories. Very random. I just have 3 things to mention. First thing I want to add in here are the whitening strips. I know that this sounds a bit sketchy and I know they are not for everyone, but I used this year for the first time the Crest whitening strips and I like them. So I want to mention them in here. If these are not for you, it's totally fine. Let's talk about perfumes as well. I have 2 in here because I want to be real. These are my favorite scents. I have in here the La Vie Belle, which is my all-time favorite perfume. I have just a bit in here and I'm trying to not use it up. I want to have it for special occasion, but I'm sure at the next VIB sale or whatever Sephora is doing with perfumes, I will buy another one. This is so beautiful. And this year I bought this perfume. It's actually a hair mist and it's from the brand Kisley Beige. Sorry for butchering that. Pronunciation is not my cup of tea. But this is a hair mist. This is vanilla and jasmine, I think. Oh, this smells divine. And if you spray this one on your hair, it will stay there until you wash your hair again. Great perfume. And it's not very expensive and you have 125 ml in here. Great product. And the very, very last thing that was my favorite this year are books. I want to be sincere and say that I'm not a reader, so I usually don't like to read. And for that I'm very specific with my kind of books that I like. So for this year was everything Agatha Christie. If it's written by her, I'm reading it. I really like crime and mystery, and these books are just what I like. So I've been loving them and I'm very proud of myself that this year I read around 20 books or even more than that. And maybe for some people this is a very small number, but for me it's huge. And I hope in the next year I will read some books as well. But these ones were my favorite this year. So yeah, this was everything. A lot of products. I love with a passion everything in here. As I said, I will list down below what I have on my face, even though they are not from here. And yeah, so if you like the video and you want to see more from me, please subscribe and give it a like, and I will see you next time.